This is my look as Audrey Hepburn. Hello my sweetest of all sweetnesses. I am gonna do a look today which I have been waiting for so long, and finally my hair is matching. I'm gonna do Audrey Hepburn today. Yay! Applause, applause. I'm happy that I'm gonna do it, and I'm wearing my okay, sorry, couldn't help myself. Had to do that. Get my old wrinkly skin as smooth as I can. Primer, snail extract, and to get the lower eyelid, which is very, very thin, more filled, because she was very pale. I know all her pictures are in black and white, so it's a bit difficult to find the right tone, but I'm gonna use my Kat Swink's Shiny Skin Base Whitening Moisturizing. I'm gonna apply some dots here and there. This time I'm gonna use my fingers to gently massage it all in. I'm going over the eyelids and over the brows too with everything, because her brand mark are her brows. She has the most undefined and uneven brows that are so extraordinary. The more they are wild and not in place, the better. So for the brows it's gonna be a bit weird to not try to even them out like we usually do. Now, as you can see, every day I am wearing less and less piercings, and I'm missing them during the day, but I'm not missing them while doing makeup. So it's very double. Should I keep them or not? I would like to find some comments from you all on YouTube, on Facebook, but I prefer on Facebook Nancy's Makeup, or just Nancy Baken. And please let me know what you think. Should I wear my piercings, which I feel that make me younger, or should I not? Now I am going to take my L'Oreal Nude Magique BB powder. We're going to take this nice fluffy brush. So soft. I love the structure of this powder. It's a BB powder, it's not a setting powder, it's no translucent powder. I do not crease with this. My skin gets so beautiful and flawless when I use a silicone-based primer, a foundation, no matter what, a BB cream or whatever, and this kind of powder, a BB powder. Now, Audrey Hepburn, she's iconic. Her makeup was very, very light, but very present at the same time. I am gonna use NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil Crayon in Milk. There. Now you're gonna say, what a weird thing is she doing now? And yes, of course I am. For starters, I'm gonna take a very light gray color, and I'm gonna take a nail art brush, and with a light gray I am gonna go with a brush almost to my face, and I'm gonna go in my crease, but on the upper side, because she has very, very defined crease, but it's not brought down to the eyelid. It's kind of deepening out your own crease and bringing it up a little bit, and more to the front than to the outside corner of your eye. This, I'm working my way up towards the inner corner of my crease and towards the brows. And as usual, I'm gonna do my second eye too. As you can see, I am not taking my brush with the tip, but I'm really working my way up against my crease. See, my eyes look much rounder already, and they seem to be deepened. And that's what we want to achieve. Behind your eyeball, it goes in really deep. And to exaggerate this effect, I'm going to take a little more brownish. I'm gonna do the same, but more into the crease, but very slightly pushing it to the upper side of the crease to really define that deeper laying eye, and absolutely to the inner corner of the eye. It also helps if you take the powder on your brush just on one side and take that side up in your crease. So you automatically bring the product more to the upper side. Now I am gonna bring this color, the same color that I was using, up to the brow, a little bit to the side of my nose, so that we can gently see it transform into a later on contour. But it also shows blended this can be to your crease. This really needs to be blended very well, but we are going to blend it with the gray that we used to start with. But first with this color. I'm going back to that gray, and I'm going to use that gray to blend this all together and tone that brown down a little. So it's all again a matter of blending, 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 blend, 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 blend. We know. Now I am going to take another palette with more gray tones in it, because she does have in this outer part of the crease where the eye socket actually comes down, there she has a darker gray line which really starts in this corner and fills up the crease, and that is with a dark gray. Now you can take this same pencil, I'm gonna try if it works. Yes, it does. So take it as flat as you can. If you're not certain, take a flat brush. Now I'm gonna do one eye with this and the other one with a flat brush, so you can see the difference or the resemblance. So I'm doing the same as we did before, but with a darker color, and I'm bringing it to the outer corner down and blend it as good as I can in the crease, and try to let it fade upwards, especially on the inner corner. I'm gonna take a normal blending brush and blend over it so that everything now mixes nicely together. And with the blending brush, I am going on to the lid now, so that everything really has that deepening, that coloration, but it's all gonna blend nicely and smoothly from the brow to the lashes. Now, as promised, I was gonna take a more flat brush, take the same gray, use the flat sides of the brush, start from the inner corner of the crease, build my way up in the crease, go to the outside, come down to the eyelid. If you think you need a bit more, just add. So you have that nice curved line. Take your blending brush and blend it in just the same as on the other side. Now this gives a beautiful, beautiful eye look, and I'm gonna check my picture, and I really see that this is good. Instead of using another kind of makeup, I'm using my bronzer, and with my blending brush I'm gonna take a little bit of bronzer and put that up from the crease to the brow. While we're at it, we bring it down to the side of the nose and finish off the contour that we started before. And I hate the fact that you can see where my glasses are pressed in my nose all the time. I don't like that, but I can't help it, so let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Now with a blush brush, and you'll think, why doesn't she finish up her eyes? Well, while we're using this, we're gonna keep using it. And for contouring, we're just gonna do this part a little bit and a little bit down, because she has a very slender face and I don't. So I'm gonna shade a bit down here to try to slender down these edges of my square face. A bit of bronzing right here. To really hollow out the cheeks, because she had a very slender face but also a square jawline. I'm gonna do my temples around the hairline, which is really dyed black now. Audrey's was more, not really black, more brownish, but she's so beautiful. Now I think this is enough for contouring. There's going to be a little bit of blush later on too, but as you can see, with contouring this sides, the eyes are lifted up very high, and my face now is more the shape of hers, which I really like. And I'm starting to love my short hair. Never thought I would. Now, her nose, her nostrils have a very special shape. Now if you want, with a flat brush like this, you can take some black eyeshadow or even liquid liner, waterproof if you like, and you can make the shape of your nostrils a little bit more in her shape. She has her nostrils going bigger to the top. If you change the shape of your nose and nostrils, you really change your entire face. She really has a shade coming out of her nostrils. And also a bit on the inside, right there. Like this. Always checking the picture. Now with a brow liner, I'm going to go over the place where we have put our crease, and as I can see, she really has that line from the inner corner almost, going upwards, following the crease line, and it stops higher. This is not very visible, but it gives a very lifted extra line. As you see, when I look straight ahead, that line is so much more defined, even though when I keep my eyes like this, it's not very visible. But there's not that much to her look, just defining the right spots. She has a little bit of brown underneath the white line. And I'm also doing this with my eyebrow pencil. And just a little bit of a shadow, like that. And her eyes are really lined. She has a very special eyeline. I'm gonna take my angled brush to do the liner. I'm taking my black liquid eyeliner and I am starting off in the middle of the eye, following my lashes. I'm creating a line, very thin to the inner corner. She had a very thin liner, but her wing didn't follow the eye like we normally do. Her wing started earlier and went pretty much up. It wasn't a huge wing, so if you take that as your wing, you drag that to the lash line and fill this part in, and drag the rest as thick as you like to the middle of your eyelid, but in the inner corner you start off with almost nothing. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. And it doesn't go to the outer corner. Pulling a little bit on your skin always makes it much easier to apply everything, and this really gives that special eye look. It really brightens up your eyes. And with what's left on my brush, I'm slightly gonna make beneath that white waterline. I'm just dabbing it on a bit so that it has a little bit of a shadow that makes the effect even more round and up and down instead of to the sides. Now, this I am going to set with the matching powder. The same brush, but with the powder, I'm gonna set this green, which will also help to stick on falsies. If you want to skip this lower part because it's so slightly and so soft that you gotta do it, please just leave it without. Now that's her eyeliner. Now for the brows, her brand mark. I'm going to use my Dip Brow from Music Flower with the special, also angled, very thin brush. Her brows are pretty wide apart, wide in the middle. They don't have a tail that comes down. They really go just to there. A very thick tail. They're not really arched, they just bend. and below they go almost straight, and then they have some kind of a weird curving going on. I'm just stippling out the shape of her brows. And now I'm gonna try to fill that in and make it look a little bit like the Audrey Hepburn brow. And I'm more flicking hairs than I'm really filling them in, because her brows were really wild. They're really just a brush of wild hair that's on her face. And they are really not supposed to be even. Something like that. And I really don't know why, but she's got that weird curve. As if she let the inner part of her brows be as wild as they want, but then all of a sudden decided to pick some out, and they are very uneven. They do start with a little bit of an angle. I am gonna try to get a spoolie through that. Just see what it does. Okay, that even makes the bushy look better. Great. Woohoo! Like it. Almost done. With a little bit of white eyeshadow and another little brush, I am going to make a line. It's gonna sound weird, but what doesn't in my case? A little bit of white, and I'm gonna create a little shadow underneath the wing in white. So it seems that the white liner of the waterline goes out further and gives an extra dimension to the wing. But a pinky gold. I am going to do the inner tear dot. And a little bit downwards and a little bit upwards, so that the eye gets that instant opening, an extra vibrant touch. Then for lashes, we're going to give them a nice lift. And I'm gonna put on my first coat of Lifting Volume Express Mascara. She was one of the beginners of real eyeliners, winged eyeliners, and combined with falsies. Her lower lashes are mostly on the outside of the eye, and they're really beautifully separated. She must have had very long lashes naturally. So I'm not applying any to the inner corner, just in the middle and to the outside. After applying the second coat of mascara, I am now gonna leave you for a moment to put on my falsies. But this looks a lot like it. Now, I have put on half cut through lashes, and I am going to blend in the middle part here a little bit my own lashes with those, but this is more the effect that she has. Yes, absolutely, that's more the Audrey eye. These are double lashes plus cut a little bit in the shape that I want. But okay, just, it should have been a little bit more curved like that. But I think this look is very, very good already. Now, her nose. And I'm gonna take a little bit of my jumbo pencil from NYX and I'm gonna make a shadow, actually a highlight, really down the nose, that wide, not wider than that. And she does have only that little pointy tip and the rest is darker. She has such a weird nose. This is a bit wider. The tip is very slender. She has those wide nostrils. Then she has a little curve, and then this is really, really very, very slender. So, I've been adjusting my lashes a bit and I think they're much better now. The only thing we need to do to finish off this look is add a little blush, and I am going to take my Makeup Academy, which is not very, very pink. It's more a pale-like tone. I'm taking my fluffy brush, who comes flying to me himself, and I am only gonna apply the blush on the outside, not on the apples of the cheeks, but more to the side, higher than the contouring, but just to give a little glow to this outer part of the face. So it's making a little bit of a frame, but no red cheeks. Now, because she's very, very pale and not completely shiny, I am not going to use a highlighter, but instead of a highlighter I am going to use a normal powder. So I am gonna take the white first with the same brush I use from a highlighter, and with a white powder I'm just gonna do the highlighted points like the nose, the upper lip, the chin, and beneath the eyes, so that the cheeks do look a bit more pale, to make the eyes and the lips pop out some more. The pictures will be taken in black and white, so this is gonna be the final touch. I am going to outline. So outline in the middle, but not to the side. On the Cupid's bow. Her upper lip does go out a lot. So it's outlining the upper lip and leaving a little bit of a line in the corners, like that. And from that line, going straight into the corner and curve to that rounded middle of your lower lip. I'm gonna fill it in with this pencil a little bit. It's kind of a peachy red color. That looks a lot like the picture that I have here from her. Now I'm gonna take a pink and it really gives that beautiful pouty smile that she has on this picture. The last thing I want to do is my milk again. I'm gonna put some on my finger and make that really white. She really has a very, very highlighted spot there. Take this. I'm gonna take a white powder and with my finger take a bit of that white, dab it on. And go again outlining with the pencil. So this should be the final look. So we're gonna spray off our face. And as usual, I take my pan. Now, in those days, I know women wore this kind of gloves too. I have my little choker. I made it this morning. Really like it because color comes back in the dress which has the ruffles. They dance the Charleston. So this is my final look as Audrey Hepburn. I hope you see any resemblance. I hope you see what I was trying to achieve. And I hope you will be watching me next time. And as always, love for makeup spread from me to you all over. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. On your face, not next to it.